What's going on? I am here back with blockchain tech and finance news. It's been like, I don't know, like months and months and months, but I was doing this news prior, and I'll be doing this once more every day at 7 a.m. EDT. Today is 8:30 EDT, trying to get the whole stream and everything set back up. So I'm going to be reading through some news articles I find to be interesting. And first, I want to do a couple little tests here. So I'm just hanging out. So if you want to chat with me, say what's up. Let's see. I got you in the chat. Got the chat up there. This is streaming on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. I might add LinkedIn. I'm not sure because people follow me on LinkedIn, but who's to say? First, I want to check out a couple little things here. Well, I'm going to share the stream out. Seems like your sound alert browser source is offline. That's fine. I don't really I don't care about that. That's for when I'm streaming games, Twitch. Yeah, Stream Analyst is trying to give me a bunch of alerts because I'm streaming here through something else. So I'm going to share this out to a bunch of Twitter groups because I'm also streaming this on Twitter. Obviously, there's 0 viewers right now as it sees, but this will be recorded. All the recaps will be on the YouTube side, and with all the source links to the news articles I read through in the description on the YouTube side on blockchain tech and finance. So if you're up there, go ahead, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications. Let me share this out. I'll chill, hang out. Got some music playing. All right, blockchain tech and finance news live. Is there everywhere I want to send it to? Great, let's go. And let's put this into the Discord. So if you're on Twitter, you can check out my LinkedIn on my profile where I stream these to. And there's a Discord link there. And I'll be also streaming. Sorry, I'll also be posting this in the Discord. Blockchain. Once more. Should save these. Live on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. All right, I'm just gonna still make a couple little edits here for all future streams coming up. And doing at here. Let's go. Actually, delete that. So I'm in Discord writing a message right now for the announcements of this. Live with Restream. Let's see this for a second. I'll have to change a couple things because it says live with Restream. So I want to remove that. Let's see. Live with Restream. Well, there's nothing I can do about that for today. It says live with Restream. I'll be changing that so it just says blockchain tech and finance news. All right. So what I have today is news, and more news. And with that, I'll be keeping this little window on the bottom. Do some scrolling. Search KinsArt and OpenSea and Foundation. You can find my art in there. Follow on TikTok, KinToshi.gg. Follow on Instagram, KinToshi.gg. Follow on Twitch, KinToshi.gg. And again, search Kins Art on OpenSea and Foundation right there in the scrolling stream. You can see my NFT art I'll be putting out. And as always, this is Blockchain Tech and Finance News. Smash the subscribe button live every day, 7 a.m. EDT time, except for this one first starting stream where we're just saying kudos back to the return of Blockchain Tech and Finance News. So without further ado, let's go on to the first article I have here. I have a slew of information from NFT. I'm not doing crypto news today. I'm not doing crypto token news today. Some streams I also do the market conditions of Bitcoin. I guess we could do that. We'll do that at the end of the stream. We'll look at what Bitcoin's at the end of the stream here. But typically that's the first part of the stream is we'll look at stock and the Bitcoin conditions. Coin market cap and whatever we'll find some stock chart or something like that just to go through what Apple and Google and all them are going to be opening up at. All right, let's go into our first piece of news here. We have Melania Trump rolls out American Christmas ornaments NFTs to help fund scholarships for foster children. All right, I'm going to be going over to here. And we see, I'm not going to play the video here, but again, I'll have this link in the description. All these source news article links in the descriptions on the YouTube recap side, so you can read through them at your own leisures. So exclusive. First, I want to just check here. Let's see. Take ads. I wish there was like a choice to like. There probably is. I don't know. I gotta explore that. I'm just gonna check one thing on the audio levels and see if I'm being heard, etc., etc. All right, so I just checked the audio recap. Sorry for the little white noise silence there for a little bit. I was checking the, just checking. All right, exclusive. Former First Lady Melania Trump is rolling out a line of limited edition handcrafted Christmas ornaments, along with corresponding animated non-fungible tokens, NFTs. To celebrate the season, she says is filled with hope and inspired by the American experience and spirit. The former First Lady is launching the Christmas Star exclusive on MelaniaTrump.com, along with her new American Christmas collection through USA Memorabilia, which features 6 traditional American Christmas ornaments, along with the ornaments redeemable NFTs. Actually, that's pretty cool. Get the physical ornament and the NFT. I might look into that actually. Not so much about you get the American flag on there. All right, and NFT is permanently and immutably minted onto a blockchain. In this instance, Trump uses an eco-friendly proof-of-stake blockchain protocol named Solana. Okay, I might have to stop reading this article. Come on, just put it on ETH. We're migrating. We're going to talk about ETH migration today here as well. Once purchased and redeemed, owners of the Christmas NFTs can display and save the artwork as a collectible, and if they wish, can resell directly on a secondary marketplace. So Christmas is a wonderful time of year celebrated with our families and loved ones. Ms. Trump told Fox News Digital, this holiday will be a season filled with hope and inspiration. The First Lady Melania Trump stands next to the 2020 official White House Christmas tree here. The former First Lady added that she is grateful and gives thanks to the brave individuals who keep us safe at home and overseas. So Merry Christmas to this upcoming holiday season. And I'm going to roll out the next article here. So I used to keep all the tabs open on the window, but it causes the stream to load a little bit slower than typical. Let's go into this next article piece here. Again, I can see in the chat, so if you want to chat, go ahead and chat on there. All right. Bored Ape NFT Bands make music with Beyonce and Timberlake linked producers. All right. Grammy Award-winning producers James Fauntleroy and Hit Boy are creating the sound of Universal Music Group's Kingship Band. Oh, there's a gold fur. A pair of Grammy award-winning producers tied to hit acts from Beyonce to Justin Timberlake are helping to create music for a non-fungible token NFT band made up of Bored Apes. James Fauntleroy and Hit Boy, the producers and songwriters, are creating the discography for Kingship, the Bassy band created last November by Universal Music Group's crypto culture focused sublabel 1022 PM. I wonder if they need a bass player. Uh, the addition of Kingship, do I have to be a Bassy holder to apply? The addition of Kingship, they probably already have musicians. The addition of Kingship's first producers could give the band a sound, whereas before there was just an image, the non-fungible token NFT status symbol of Bored Ape Yacht Club. When UMG signed Kingship in November, the plans for the NFT group to start making music weren't fully fledged. Fauntleroy and Hit Boy will develop each Bored Ape band member's sound. The head of UMG's crypto sublabel was already constructing an extensive storyline, albums, and metaverse concerts for the four-member team. UMG plans to sell access to the band's output as NFTs too. All right, so here we go. NFT dubbed bands. To be honest, this isn't new to me because Gorillaz has been doing this for years. They have placed cartoon characters, and they have been all about the Gorillaz cartoon nature. So this is cool. It's incorporating these bassies in here, but not new as far as a cartoon music band. Gorillaz has the upper hand in there and always will. Fix my posture. All right. I'm going to bring up the next article here. This next article we'll be reading from is from CoinDesk, business side. Let's go while this loads. South Korean court issues arrest warrant against Tariff co-founder Do Kwon. The warrant also includes 5 others, according to a report. This is from Parikshit Mishra and Oliver Knight and Felix Im, writers for CoinDesk Business. So this is the Do Kwon, Tariff Labs co-founder Do Kwon. The South Korean court has issued an arrest warrant against Do Kwon, the co-founder of now defunct stablecoin issuer Terraform Labs. Oh, it's defunct now. According to the Financial Crimes Unit of the Supreme Prosecutor's Office, the warrant included 5 additional persons. Bloomberg News reported, citing a text message from the prosecutor's office. They are charged with violating the Capital Markets Act, the report said. The warrant comes 4 months after the collapse of the $40 billion Terra ecosystem and its algorithmic stablecoin UST, which was the first domino to fall in this year's crypto winter. The contagion that followed caused an industry-wide fallout, like with companies like Celsius Network and Voyager Digital filing for bankruptcy, as the value of digital assets slumped more than 50% from their respective highs. Singapore-based hedge fund Three Arrows Capital became the latest entity to file for bankruptcy after the extent of its exposure to the Terra ecosystem was exposed. The implosion of the Three Arrows left a trail of devastation and bad debt across the crypto industry, with billions being owed to creditors. In his first public interview last month, Kwon had maintained that he is cooperating with authorities. Terra did not immediately respond to CoinDesk's response for comment. Kwon also reiterated his commitment to the Terra's ecosystem in its relaunched Terra token Luna. The token has slumped by 16.7% over the past hour. All right, so that's a little going on there. I'll keep following up on that. But yeah, that was a mess. It's like when they launched Luna and like whatever was going on with Luna, and when they launched their stable coin, or was it the other way around? It was one way or the other. It's been a couple months since I was looking into this, but definitely they rolled out one. They had a cryptocurrency, and then they something got messed up on their cryptocurrency. I don't recall what exactly now. After this months have passed, because I read so much and so much is going on. But all in all, their crypto wound up like tanking and with some issues. So they it was either the UST or the Luna. I have to look into it again. But one or the other tanked and it had some issue. And so they decided to go, we're just going to launch this other token. And that one just made things just tenfold worse. Than they should have just probably done nothing. Sometimes doing nothing is the safest best thing rather than trying to fix all sorts of stuff with your token, with new tokens. Let's go on to the next article. Apple reveals, it's from BBC News, Shiona McCollum. Apple reveals iPhone 14 Pro and Watch Ultra. So this is a little tech news. So we're migrating from some NFT crypto news into some tech, and then we're going to do some finance and stock news. We'll look at the Bitcoin chart and S&P 500, and we'll close out for the day. Tomorrow I'll have more NFT news. I'll also have blockchain tech news, so it'll be about blockchain specifically. I'll do some crypto news about cryptocurrency specifically and tokens, and then we'll go back into technology and business and finance news to close out the stream. Let me know in the comments if you think you'd like to see something read first. Would you like to see stock and finance overviews read first? Would you like to see NFTs read first? Would you like to see blockchain and crypto read first? Would you like to see neither of it and we just look at meme culture all day? I can do that too. All right, but anyways, this is some tech news. Apple reveals iPhone 14 Pro and Watch Ultra. If you don't care about iPhone or Apple, then don't watch this. If you are indebted into Apple stock, then maybe this is important for you. Apple has unveiled the iPhone 14 with emergency satellite connectivity and car crash detection technology at a launch event in the US. The company revealed 4 versions of the new handset at its Cupertino headquarters, with an audience attending in person for the first time since the pandemic. It also showed off a new extreme sports wearable, the Watch Ultra. The event focused on next generation iPhone, Watch, and AirPod products. Apple CEO Tim Cook was on stage at the Steve Jobs Theater inside the tech giant's California campus, but the presentation itself was entirely pre-recorded. So Apple reveals this watch as well. So the Apple Watch Series 8. Apple Watch Series 8 is a number of new. I'm not going to start like read. I want to read through the overview tech. I'm not going to read through this whole article because I'm not trying to sell your watch. I'm not trying to sell their watch to people, but they're not endorsing. I'm not endorsing anything. I'm not getting paid for this at all. But so I'll do an overview. The Apple Series 8 has a number of new features, including car crash detection, temperature sensors for tracking ovulation cycles, and a new low-powered mode option. So if you want to know, if you're a female out there, you want to know when your period might start, well, your new watch is tracking your ovulation cycles. That's insane. People have been cautious about menstrual trackers since changes were made so maybe this has some importance. Let's read it. People have been cautious about menstrual trackers since changes were made to abortion legislation in the U.S., and there are concerns that data about periods could be used by law enforcement. Wow, this is getting even crazier in the tech news. Apple says the data on its devices will be encrypted and only accessible via passcode or biometrics. We are taking our commitment to women's health even further, said Jeff Williams, Chief Operating Officer at Apple. Apple said a new automatic retrospective ovulation notification could help those who are trying to conceive. You don't need your watch for that. There's plenty of apps for that, and you can probably just monitor that on paper and pen out there, so that companies aren't maybe taking data and doing something with it. Who knows? Because of those anti-abortion laws. We're taking into our commitment. Yeah. So, but I'm just giving like my take. My take might not even be important. Apple said a new automatic retrospective ovulation notification could help those who are trying to conceive. As I stated before, if activated, the new watch can monitor body temperature every 5 seconds overnight to detect tiny changes which can signal ovulation. Another new feature is car crash detection. Using sensors, the watch will be able to identify a severe crash and will automatically connect its wearer with emergency services, provide their exact location, and notify emergency contacts. The Series 8 now also features a low power mode, a feature borrowed from the iPhone that promises up to 36 hours of battery life on a full charge. They're going to start from $400 in the US and $419 euro, pound, whatever in the UK. Apple Watch Ultra, swim-proof, dust-proof, and crack-resistant. Apple has announced its rival to the likes of Germain, Polar, and other rugged watchmakers. Ultramarathoner Scott Zurich from Born to Run appeared in the presentation for the new watch, which focused on a larger face design for extreme sports use. All Ultra watches have up to 36 hours battery life on a single charge, an extended battery life to 60 hours, probably a low power mode type option, with Apple promising enough power for its customers to complete an Ultra triathlon, which includes swimming, cycling, and running. The watch is priced from $800 US to $849 in the UK, euro, pound, whatever. iPhone 14. The company is releasing the iPhone 14 in two sizes, the iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Plus. The new handsets are capable of sending an emergency call for help via satellite. The phone will display the whereabouts of passing satellites overhead and demonstrate how to point the device at them correctly. It can take from 15 seconds to a few minutes to send a basic message. The investment to add satellite capability should not be underestimated, said Ben Wood, chief analyst at CC Insight. Yeah, I mean, if the instructors, let's put it this way: if satellites are the only thing left on the Earth and all the other infrastructures are all screwed in certain regards, and if we wanted to still transact in like Bitcoin or something like that, or like sending an NFT, possibly our phones connected to satellites might be the only thing. But let's not go there yet. The investment to add satellite capability should not be underestimated. As I said, it will likely have taken Apple years to put all the pieces of the puzzle in place, including a commercial agreement with satellite provider Globalstar and the creation of the infrastructure needed to pass messages to the emergency services. The only thing that kind of concerns me about that is, like, can hackers hack satellites? And if hackers can hack satellites in this sort of way by pointing your phone at it to then perform like hacking software things, who knows? Who knows? We'll have to see. Tech analyst Paolo Pescatore said he believed the innovation was good news for consumers in hard to reach areas. Yeah. It is encouraging to see providers starting to get serious about using satellite. Ultimately, reliable and robust connectivity is still highly sought after among all users, he said. So the tech giant announced a new 12 megapixel camera capable of taking photos of fast moving subjects, and the company claims a 49% improvement in low light capturing. So they're always improving about the low light capturing deal I've seen. The front camera also includes autofocus for the first time to help sharpen selfies. According to Apple, iPhone users took more than 3 trillion photos in the last 12 months. Great, so they are tracking what photos and what we're doing. Because obviously, how would they know how many photos we've taken on our devices? All right, so this is priced from 700 USD. And the Pro Max is at the top of the Pro Max design. They have a feature called Dynamic Island, has replaced the black notch, which many iPhone users complain about, and it can change shape depending on what notifications there are. Oh, okay. The other big change is that the handset can always remain on. When the phone is not in use, the screen dims and the refresh rate is lowered. The handset also comes in a deep purple color alongside black, silver, and gold. And this one's $1,000 and $10.99 in the UK. And the AirPods, I'm not going to read about the AirPods. So that's some tech piece of news right there. If you're in the chat, go ahead and chat with me. Let me know what's going on. You can say hey in the chat. I'll say hey back. And I'll, if you want to ask a question or have your comment featured on the stream here, make a competent comment. Make a cool comment in the chat, and maybe it'll pop right up here on the screen. I'm going to grab up the next article here. I'm going to go right back into it. I've got one last article here. I'm going to close out the stream. I try and keep these streams at 30 to 45 minutes at most. Today we're going on, about 30 minutes. And sometimes maybe we'll have an hour stream, but it's a little long, so to read the news like that. Unless like people are chatting on Just Chatting on the Twitch side or what have you, I'll keep the stream rolling. I'm also exploring more maybe about doing like live drawing on Twitch, just chatting for fun. Sometimes I do that live drawing in the Discord. All right, this is gonna try and load a video. Don't want to try to watch because bogs the engine here from the Restream engine and the news streams. All right, so I have this last piece of news here. Again, the YouTube side, please do subscribe, smash the bell button there, like the video, share the link. If you're on the YouTube, if you're on the Twitch side, give a follow, give a subscribe if you like to support. If you're on the Twitter side, give a follow, give a retweet, comment, and tag your friends in there. So this last part of the news we have here is from Yahoo Finance, from Alexandra, reporter for Yahoo Finance. And this is stock market news live updates. Stocks log first worst day since 2020 as CPI triggers meltdown. U.S. stocks nosedive Tuesday after a surprising inflation report showed prices rose more than expected last month. I mean, I could tell you that. I'm going to the store to buy a 10-gallon jug of milk. Not a $10 1-gallon jug of milk. Obviously, things are inflated. You need to tell me that in a chart. All three major averages logged their worst day since June 2020. Technology stocks led the way down, with NASDAQ Composite plunging 5.2%. Tuesday's session marks the seventh time this year the NASDAQ slid 4% or more per data from Bespoke Investment Group. No declines of the same size were recorded last year, while 10 were experienced in 2020. I'll say this, I might as well just buy a cow and milk my own milk. Save money. The S&P 500 sank 4.3%, while the Dow Jones Industrial Average erased more than 1,275 points, or roughly 4%. The Bureau of Labor Statistics released its Consumer Price Index (CPI) for August early Tuesday, which showed prices rose 8.3% over the prior period and 0.1% over the prior month. Economists had expected an 8.1% increase in inflation over last year and a decline of 0.1% over the prior month. I will say this about the cow once more, and I'll finish up. Probably not the best investment right away to buy a cow to save money on milk, but long term, yeah, you'll be saving money on gallons of inflated milk. So we got the S&P 500, GSPC. I'll say this, it's always noted, art outperforms the S&P 500. Bing! 3932.69, down $177.72, down 4.32%, basically on the S&P 500. GSCP, that's the year to date. This reading marks some moderation in price increases, which reached 4-decade highs earlier this year. But this smaller than expected decline likely clinches another 0.75% rate hike from the Federal Reserve at its policy meeting next week, on a core basis which includes the more volatile cost of food and energy. As I said, buy that cow, let's start milking. Screw the plastic. Milk at home. Save the world. Save the turtles. Save the bees. Prices rose 6.3% over last year in August and 0.3% over the prior month. Much of the steady rise in core inflation comes from the cost of shelter, which rose 0.7% over the prior month in August, and the most since January 1991. Shelter costs comprise about a third of CPI. Headline inflation has peaked, but in a clear sign that the need to continue hiking rates is undiminished. Core CPI is once again on the rise, confirming the very sticky nature of the U.S. inflation problem, said Seema Shah, chief global strategist at Principal Global Investors. Following Tuesday's report, data from the CME Group showed investors pricing in an 82% chance of a 0.75% rate hike next week and an 18% chance of a 1% rate hike. Last week, this data reflected a 75 to 25% split between a 75 basis point and a 50 basis point rate hike. Moves along the Treasury curve were also sharp on Tuesday, with the 10-year yield rising to about 3.44%, while the 2-year yield surged by 15 basis points to a high as 3.72%. Let's see, what's the Federal Reserve Board Chairman Jerome Powell waits his re-nominations hearing in the Senate Banking House and Urban Affairs Committee on Capitol Hill in Washington, U.S. January 11th, 2022. Brendan Smialowski pool took for you routers took this photo of Jerome Powell. Elsewhere in markets on Tuesday. Oh no, go back. Hold on. There we go. Stop that video from playing once more. They have these little hyperlinks in there, and so a hyperlink got clicked. Make sure that stops. There we go. Again, all these articles will be in the recap, so you can read through them at your own leisure. Shares of the Rent tanked more than 38% after the company trimmed its full-year guidance and unveiled plans to cut 24% of its corporate workforce, citing potentially rougher macro conditions. Over the next few weeks, market action will be all about the Fed and macro environment, but second quarter earnings season is quickly approaching. Once we get past this week's CPI and PPI inflation reports, the next week's FOMC meeting, the next major market catalyst will be Q3 earnings data, Trex Nicholas Colas said in a note this week. According to the data from FactSet Research, earnings growth expectations for the S&P 500 stand at an increase of 3.7% for the third quarter, down sharply from expectations of 9.8% growth at the end of June. Colas points out analysts have cut Q3 earnings expectations over the last 2 to 3 months for every sector in the S&P 500 except energy. 7 out of 11 sectors in the index are now expected to show outright year-over-year declines in earnings compared to only 3 in the second quarter. So, sounds a little kind of grim. Not to say don't have hope or faith. Stay positive. All right, so that's what I've got here on Blockchain Tech and Finance News. If you're on the YouTube side, please do subscribe, turn on the bell notification ding, and here to Blockchain Tech and Finance News. I will have all these articles I read today in the description box. On the YouTube side, again, if you are in the Discord or following on Twitch or YouTube, I'll have this stream every day, 7 a.m. EDT. And yeah, you got search KinsArt on OpenSea and Foundation for my art. Follow on TikTok, KinToshi GG. Follow on Instagram, KinToshi GG. Follow on Twitch, KinToshi GG. Right there. This is Blockchain Tech and Finance News. Smash the subscribe button, live every day at 7 a.m. EDT time. All right, y'all. Have a great and safe day wherever in the world you are. I pray you're doing awesome, cool, safe, fun. Cheers. Ciao. Peace be with you. See you tomorrow.